In your world, I'm talking to you out there, anyone watching me. In your world, you are your own point of awareness. In my world, I don't know who you are. If you comment, then I get a name, anyways, but I don't know you. And in this world that I live in, the beings that I do know are a mystery to me. Well, sure, there's the humans in my life. They're a bit of a puzzle, but, they're pretty much human and they act human. But there's also other beings that visit me, and they're a great mystery because I don't know where they are and I don't know where they came from. I don't know their backgrounds. I just know them when they show up. And today's topic is, why am I going through what I'm going through? And maybe for you, you have this topic come up for you. Why did this happen to me? Why is this an ongoing issue? I mean, if it's something like, you got a miserable boss, the question always comes down to, I've got a miserable boss, but I've got a paycheck. Is the paycheck worth me putting up with this horrible boss? Because I can always quit. And maybe you have people in your human family that are not going to be very happy if you quit your job, because that's quite frequently what humans are like. Very judgmental of your situation, and they have big opinions about the way things should be done, and they look at you and pretty well they say, you fucked up your whole life. These people are very judgmental, and they don't live in your body and they don't live in your mind, and still they feel like they're able to judge you, able to decide that you fucked up, and they always have a pat answer on how they would have done your life if they were running your life. Usually when I look at these people, I see disgusting, disgusting people. Just absolutely horrible, horrible people. Horrible people who have no empathy for others. They're not open to even talking. They just want to vent their ideas on, how wonderful they are and how everything works out well for them, or maybe doesn't. Um, but in any event, there's a lot of insert whatever it is that's going on today, and it's unable to be expressed in words simply because the words don't describe what's going on. And it's not a very good day around here because, generally speaking, we're working very hard. How do you work very hard? It's just like breathing through another day where I feel like I'm under demonic psychic attack. Who is demonically, psychically attacking me? I don't know. How are they doing it? They're doing it psychically. I don't know. I don't know. There's no one visible here to my eyesight, but there are some other beings that are here, and they're not too happy about being here. My best guess is that somebody else has thrown them here, and they're trying to get free, and by them getting free, it's making me very uncomfortable because whoever has put them here has cursed me with them and cursed them with me. Who has got these abilities to do these horrible things? Is it witches? Genies? Warlocks? Aliens? Fallen angels? Some governmental authority with secret military technology? I don't know. But it's pretty much what I'm used to every day for the past number of years. And I still don't know what's going on. The commentators on YouTube that talk about these kind of things, usually they still say somehow it's something to do with ascension, which to them usually means um, going to more heavenly realms. And in the meantime, we're going through a lot of rough spots. Internet commentator Paul Butler, I just listened to him to see what he had to say today. And I usually, some days I listen to his whole talk. Sometimes he talks for an hour. And just now, I just flipped through. I just scanned and hit a few places. And I got one thing. He said, this is a very difficult teaching. He said, right before he even told us what it was, he said, this is a very, 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 the most difficult teaching I can possibly give you. He said that up front, and he said, I'm going to ad lib and say, I'm very sorry. I'm going to tell you this, but this is my truth. And Mr. Butler said, my truth is, even if you are having a hellish day, the only proper response for you is gratitude. And to someone having a horrible day, telling them, be thankful for your horrible day, is an insult. But Mr. Butler is a very advanced spiritual person. You can just hear him talk, and heard lots of his talks. The man has been trained in so many different spiritual disciplines. If there is anybody on the planet who you should respect because of their incredible diligence at learning different spiritual things over the years, it's Mr. Butler. So when he says, be grateful for your horrible situation, anybody else, I would probably kick them in the head so hard to try and knock their head off their shoulders, because it's a horrible thing to say. But when it comes from somebody of his caliber, I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen because he deserves a lot of respect for, his life and what he's done. So if he's going to say this, I'm going to have to go with it. And I still don't know what it's about, and it's been going on for years and years and years. And then the next question that I really can't ask Mr. Butler, how do you feel grateful when all you feel in your body is ill, sickness? How do you feel grateful? I mean, it's words, right? I feel grateful. Well, no, my stomach feels sick, and I've been beaten up, and I'm willing to feel grateful, even though I don't feel grateful. I just feel sick. So how do you express a vibration of gratitude when you feel sick? It's impossible. So his advice, feeling grateful, how do you feel some way that you don't feel? Mr. King Clancy wants me to say, from his perspective, he feels like if I was a prisoner and I had Stockholm Syndrome, and you can look that up, it was a famous syndrome they named after Patty Hearst, who was apparently kidnapped, and then she joined her kidnappers in a bank robbing spree. And they call it Stockholm Syndrome. It's basically where you are abused and then you fall in league with your abusers. And that's what Clancy says it feels like when you feel gratitude for the horrible that's being done to you. You join the people who are oppressing others. He thinks that is what Mr. Butler is suggesting. But I think Mr. Butler is trying to deal with this energetically. And perhaps gratitude is a loaded word. Perhaps when you were a child, you were told by your domineering parents or guardians, children shall be seen and not heard. And when you're done, go clear your plate, put it in the dishwasher, and then go upstairs and get out of my sight or something. In other words, being grateful for being abused. And it's not a natural human response. But from an energetic level, why do we talk? Because everyone on the YouTube talks about things energetically. And if you have any ability to change your energy, and let's go with your aura. What's in your aura? If someone's been kicking you in the head for years, you certainly don't feel like becoming higher vibration. You feel sick and you just want to lie down and be left alone. It doesn't happen. So what Mr. Butler is saying is that somehow we have to work on keeping our vibration high. And high vibration is like unconditional love or peace. How do you keep unconditional love and peace when someone is kicking you and you can't defend yourself? And yet that is what we're told we have to do. We have got to keep our vibration high despite the psychic attacks or, whatever else is going on in the human scene that's driving you crazy, whether it's Mr. Biden, Mr. Trump, Mrs. Pelosi, or Lester Holt. Whoever it is that's triggering you, despite you feeling like you're emotionally triggered and you hate these people, you've got to keep your vibration up. And you do the best you can, because it's an impossible thing. It's an impossible thing. You can try and you're going to fall down and you're going to start swearing at whoever is hurting you. You bastard, I'm going to get you back. You're going to know the words will come out because you're just horribly traumatized. And then when the words are done, then you can breathe and remember, I have got to get my vibration up. I've got to get my vibration up. I've got to find peace in the midst of this battle, this hell. And how you do it is keep experimenting. Experiment, maybe you just need to go lie down and just weather the battle, weather the storm, hunker down. Try and breathe through it. Try to drink water, stay hydrated. Avoid other humans. When you feel like you're under psychic attack, avoid other humans. They don't make it better, they make it worse. They have like 10,000 questions and you can't answer them. If you could, you'd be like me, this is how it's happening. This is what... I don't know. You don't know. And so you get with these people that are questioning you. So in addition to your psychic attack, you've got humans that just ask you 10,000 questions and then they say, I think you got problems and you need to go on Seroquel or something. Those are not going to help you. So if you feel like you're being psychically attacked, don't go and see a psychiatrist. Don't go take some Seroquel, whatever, big pharmaceutical pill. Don't take all this shit. That's one thing I can definitely tell you is not going to work. It's going to make you worse, and then you're going to have to keep seeing some fucking asshole psychiatrist, the worst profession on the planet. Psychiatrists are horrible people. I'm a doctor of knowing how to fix you, and they don't know how to fix you. They don't know what's wrong with them. But most psychiatrists, I've got lots wrong with them. The reason they're in the mental ward is because they belong in the mental ward. The last person to let out of the mental ward is the psychiatrist, because they really, really, really belong there. They are so screwed up. So